Alright, I do corrections now for the class test on chapter 1. First and foremost, I have defined the quantity of paint is Q and the depth be D. Okay, if you read the question, okay, down here they tell you this, that the quantity of paint is proportional. Proportion means directly proportional to the square of the depth. Many of you forgot this word, the square of the depth of the container. So now if it's directly proportional, I'll say that Q equals to K, which is a constant, times D square. Okay, many of you didn't get this. So now what the first thing I need to do is I form the equation. I need to find the value of K. So when the depth is 50 cm, okay, so they say that when D is equals to 50, it is given that Q is equals to 150 ml. So I get is 150 equals to K times D square. If you simplify, alright, 150 divided by 50 square, your K should be equals to 150 over 2500. My K value is 3 upon 50. So my equation becomes Q equals to 3 upon 50 D square. So please take note of this. Alright, then we start with part A. So I form my equation ready. The quantity of paint needed when the depth is 70 cm. So when D is equals to 70, comma, Q equals to 3 over 50 times 70 square. My Q value is equals to, just key into calculator, 3 over 50, alright, times 70 square. What I get is 294 ml. Okay, now on to part B. Okay, part B works like this. What we have here is the depth when the quantity of paint needed is 54 ml. So I say that when Q is equals to 54. Okay, we put back into the equation that we have formed just now. 54 is equals to 3 upon 50 D square. To solve this, I multiply both sides by 50 first. 54 times 50 gives me 2700 equals to 3D square. Dividing both sides by 3 will give me D square is equals to 900. To get rid of the square, we square it both sides. My D value will be equals to 30. And my 30, I think what's the units there? cm. And we are done with question 1. Okay, question 2a. Okay, 2a. First, what they tell us is this: the distance between two towns on the map is 15 cm. Find the actual distance in km between the towns. So first we start with the map scale. 1 cm represents 200,000 cm in real life. Quite a few of you have problems converting this into km. So first I start cm to km. You divide by 100 is meters, and divide by another 1000 is km. So 1 cm represents 2 km. So now the next thing we need to know is 15 cm. So 15 cm, here to here, okay, 1 to 15 I multiply by 15 cm. So similarly here is 2, okay, multiply by 15 km. So in short, 15 cm will represent 30 km. So the first thing you must do is always form the map scale first, and then you get the required quantity. Now I go on to 2b. Okay, 2b is a question that deals with area scale. The area of a lake on map X is 2.5 cm square. So first and foremost, from just now we know that 1 cm represents 2 km. In order for me to get something known as the area scale, what I do is I square both sides. So what I get is 1 cm square represents 4 km square. So they tell me that the area of the lake on map X is 2.5 cm square. So I write 2.5 cm square will represent 1 times 2.5 is 2.5. 4 times 2.5 gives me 10 km square. So the actual size of lake is equals to 10 km square. Now we have a new one, okay, the map Y, which is scale of 1 is to 40,000. So right here on map Y, okay, so what I get is 1 cm represents 40,000 cm. Okay, in this case cm I convert to km first, if not it's quite difficult for me. So I write 1 cm represents, I divide by 100 to reach meters, I divide by 1000 to reach km. So 1 cm represents 0.4 km. Now if I need the map scale, okay, I take 1 cm, I square it, and I take 0.4 km, I square it. So this is my area scale. So my area scale will give me 1 cm square will represent 0.4 square. It is 0.16 km square. Then now the actual area, that means for map Y, 1 cm square on the map represents 0.16 km square in real life. So in real life I'm trying to find the actual size of lake, which is 10 km square. So I want to find area on map will simply be equals to, I take 10 divide by 0.16. So 10 dividing by 0.16 gives me 62.5 cm square on map Y. And that's it for the corrections.